Hi guys, so this is more of an informative video more than anything else. I expect a lot of you have gotten messages, hate, friends even saying, why don't you just stay a girl? Why don't you just stay a boy? Why don't you just stay as you were born? People who seem to think it's a choice. I just woke up one day thinking, oh, today I will be a man. It's not like that at all. It's a medical condition, gender dysphoria. You have to go to the doctors and they refer you to a mental health clinic and then they refer you to gender identity specialists. I first went to my GP in April 2010. Since then, this is my folder of files. Everything to do with gender identity, clinic forms, letters, referrals, literally, that's just 2 years worth. I had to wait over a year before I even started anything medically. So that is what we have to go through, first of all. So pretty much every month, 2-3 months, you get a letter through the post of a referral, an appointment. You have to see so many specialists, psychiatrists for a start, to check that it's not just a phase, that it is something you want to go through with medically. It's not mental, it's not a mental condition. You feel it inside. Yes, you'd say it was mental because you think like the gender that you are, but at the end of the day it's a medical condition. You can't solve it through psychiatry, you can't solve it through brain stuff. Like, people say, why not treat the brain, not the body? Because it's not in the brain. You can't really explain it. It's something that you have to treat medically wise, and it's classed as a medical condition, not a mental one. The amount of stuff you have to go through to get just to where I am today, and people say, well, why do you do it? It's like, well, I have no choice. I literally have no choice. And it's not as if it's something I want to do. I don't want to go through all this. I don't want to have to spend so much money on stuff that other people don't even think about. For instance, binders. You know, this is a binder. It makes my chest appear more masculine and flat under clothing. These cost between 30 to 50 to 70 quid in the UK, which is 50 to over $100 in the US. I've gotten through 3 of these, so, well, you can work it out how much that's cost me. Over 100 quid, just to make my chest look flat. And then you've got packers. Your standard limpy packer, that can cost you about 12-20 quid, which is about 30-40 US dollars. Yeah, something like that, just for a standard limpy one. And then you've got your dual packer, which is slightly more solid. This costs 70 US dollars, which is about 45-50 quid. And then an STP, which is an STP device which goes through, which you pee into, comes out that end. And then a limpy packer, so that's easily 25-30 quid. So, like, those 3 alone cost about 80 quid. And passports, you have to legally change your name to continue with the medical process. Old passport, new passport, all the forms and everything. That cost me £72 plus the handling charge. The total came to as £88 just for a passport, just to have mail on my passport and my name on my passport. So already that's cost over 200 quid for a passport, a packer and a flat chest. Other people, you think that all we have to do is look male and then that's it, our day's done. It's so much more than that. And then there's the medical side of it as well. Hormone blockers. I get mine in 6 months supply. What I'm holding there is £800 worth of medication. Luckily I don't have to pay the full 800 and I don't have to pay prescriptions, because of reasons. If you had to pay that, there's no way you'd be able to pay £800 for a 6-month supply. That's it in close detail. You have the mixers, the needles and sterile stuff. That has to go in my bum once a month, which is painful. It is painful, and not to mention side effects. And because of that, you end up with a shitload of prescription cards just lying around your house. The amount of times I have to go to the doctors or hospital or wherever I have to go to get stuff done. Testosterone, I have to take every single day. I have to apply this 2 to 3 pumps, stomach and legs, and it takes about 15 minutes to dry. And you can't have close bodily contact with people after you've taken it straight away. And you can't bath or shower up to 6 hours after. So yeah, that's that. And not just the paying for physical stuff, but train tickets. Every time I have to go up to London for an appointment, it costs me 25 quid. And I've got about 6, 7, 8 of these. So again, I've spent over, myself personally, easily £500 on what? On looking and presenting my gender. I mean, that money could have been spent on driving lessons. I haven't learnt to drive because I can't afford to. I'd love to be able to drive, and I'd love to have lessons, but I just can't because I know that I'm going to have to save for medical reasons. I can't always go out with friends or meet up or do stuff because I might be going to London in a few days and I need the cash to get up there just to have an appointment, just to talk through how transition's going. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to show you. But all of that stuff is necessary and I need it to get by every day. And when people say to me, well, it's just your choice, who chooses to spend £500 like on something that restricts your breathing, something that can be uncomfortable, pains in places you don't need pains, like an injection needle stabbing you every month in the arse? Like, I don't want to go through that. And then just people that are so ignorant and don't understand it. Like, I try and be patient with people and explain to them, like, it is a medical condition. It's out of my control, essentially, at the end of the day. Like, I didn't choose to be born like this. I can't just, like, put on a dress and go out and be like, oh, hey, I'm female. Because what would be the point in that? Like, it wouldn't be me. And for me, that's cross-dressing. That's just... it's not me. Like, people in my past who knew me as, like, female when I went to junior school and stuff like that. And then they see me now and like, oh, you're a fucking freak. Why don't you just stay as you were? And I think if they realise just how much you have to go through just to, like, present yourself and be perceived as the gender you are. Like, you're born into your gender and you accept that when you're born. And most people just don't question that. They wake up in the morning, they put on their clothes, they go out, that's it, they're done. They don't think about gender. They don't think about how they're passing. They don't think about what people are looking at them thinking, is that male, is that female? They don't have to, like, put on certain clothing or change 5 times in the morning and constantly look in mirrors just to make sure that they look their gender. It's just... it's hard. It really is hard to try to fit into society and be yourself when you know you've got all of this stuff lying at home, or you're wearing stuff, you're packing, you need to pee, you don't want to risk STP because of leakages or people noticing it's not a real dick, like, just so many things that can go wrong, or just have you not perceived as your gender when you've paid that much money. And in the UK you get prescriptions for like 7-8 quid. In the US, you'd have to pay the full whack for that medication, hospital fees, psychiatrist fees. If I didn't have that money, or if I didn't get that medication for free, then I wouldn't be here. It's as simple as that. Like, I would not be able to live my life lying about who I am and what gender I am. and people to say it's a choice. Well, if you wake up and choose to be female one day, or choose to be male, and then live that day as male or female, or whatever opposite gender you are, and just see how hard it is to have people whispering, looking at you, staring at you, and to have to go through all that effort just to look like something. It's not easy. And if you see a trans guy or a trans woman, don't point them out, don't talk behind their back, just treat them as you treat any other person, because passing is one of the most important factors in a trans person's life. And if you treat them like shit, then everything they've gone through just seems like worthless to them now. 2 years of treatment, well, what's the point? Just little things that you say to someone can impact them so much more than you think. And by making this video, I just wanted to make people aware of exactly how much stuff we have to go through, everything like we have, and the cost of it, and to have to go through over a years of therapy before you can even start medical treatment, and for people to say that you're bullshitting yourself and it's just a choice. It's not. So I hope that you've learned something from this, or you can teach other people, or just have a slight more understanding of what we have to go through. Yeah, so that's all I really have to say. Sorry this was a really long video, I just had to get that out there because it's something that's really important to me, and I know other trans people. So thanks for watching.